Hello. So I'm going to go over some more lessons where I left off last night. From what I can see, I did the wands and the cups, but I still have Major Arcana, the Pentacles, and the Court cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Pentacles next. And we're also, remember, if you watched last night or the other recording, and it's actually in my library if you want to watch it. But I compared all of the aces together for you guys to understand. I didn't put this in order. Check this out. I put everything else in order but this one. So, but I also show the differences between the cards and how, when you don't take care of one area of life, how it actually affects all areas. And that's kind of what you've got to understand when you're reading these tarot cards, is that if once you get to the Tower moment, it's because you ignored all other lessons that were there for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that's your fault, because sometimes we don't always get the messages that we're meant to get. Okay, so if you notice the differences, so we already went through that, the cups, the wands, and the swords, right? And you see how every single one of these aces always have a hand handing out to each other. Okay, there's always some sort of an offer. This is an emotional offer. This is a new idea, a new beginning, and some sort of adventure. This is a new opportunity, a new beginning. All aces are new beginning. This is a new opportunity. And so it's about abundance. It's about going towards abundance. So that's where all of these suits take place, is when you have this, it's kind of it's making a more of a mental note that each of these suits apply to some area in our lives, right? New opportunity, right? Love, thoughts, mental, and then monetary, material. Okay, Pentacles is actually about material. It's all material. It's about money. It's about possessions. It's about it's an offering of something abundant to another being, or even to yourself. So if you look at the Ace of Pentacles, okay, 1 second, let me get some more tea. You see the color, you see red, you see green. Green is about money. Pentacles is money. It's about wealth. It's about some sort of an offer that is divinely guided. And it's a lot of, when I say divinely guided, I mean there's something that was put into play that you have no control over. Losing a job, you have no control over. Even if you did something that caused you to lose your job, it's not really your fault. Sometimes it's divinely guided because it's meant to open up a new path to abundance. Okay, so you got Ace of Pentacles, right? Well, you got the Two of Pentacles. This is someone who is robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, it's about someone who's trying to juggle situations, people, money. Sometimes we deal with a setback in life that puts us in a very chaotic emotional state. If you see the water is emotion. Remember, Ace of Cups is water, and water is basically all about the water signs. Well, the Pentacles is actually about earth signs. So this is someone who's dealing with a lot of emotions and trying to maintain some sort of a balance in a very chaotic time in their life. So when you see a Two of Pentacles, it's always some sort of chaos or some sort of a decision that's weighing on their mind. It's very similar to that of a Two of Wands. I mean, not Two of Wands, Two of Swords, right? If you look at these are all about decisions. It's about people who already made a decision, right? They made a decision about love. But look right here, another decision, two. Two is actually about decisions, or Two of Wands is somebody who made a decision to go towards their fulfillment. Ace of Cups. I don't know why I just deal with it. I'm not dealing with the cups. I kind of combine the cups and the wands together. Look at this. This is what I get for trying to figure things out here. But the cups is, you know, once again, it's about an offer of love, right? So these different different suits, the different tarot cards, and each, you know, each one applies to a specific part of our life that has to be done. So if you don't make a decision, remember, you go through heartache. Well, this is about lessons. This is about trying to make a decision so that way you learn your lesson. Once again, this is when you see someone, this is an apprenticeship. This is someone who is trying to learn how to manage their pentacles, because guess what? They got out of this situation, but now they have 3. But they don't want to go back into this situation because they just got 1, they got 2, and now they're trying to juggle both, and they don't know which way to go. But you see how each card progresses a specific story that pretty much precedes this card. So when you see the 2 of Pentacles, always remember it's about balance. And a lot of times it's very similar to the Temperance card, which is a major arcana. 3 of Pentacles, and we'll go over major arcanas pretty soon. But 3 of Pentacles is usually about, and when you see it, it could be a third-party situation through work, or it could be someone, if you see a 3 of Pentacles, it could be someone, and it's associated with, and you have a cup card around it, and you're telling someone, you know, I just ended that. I'm actually doing tarot lessons. I was just recording, but did you want something specific? If you want, just go ahead and send me an email, and then I can do it in a little bit. Because I kind of have all the cards kind of mixed up. Unless you want, actually, I could probably do it right now if you want. Did you want me to do like a question and answer? Oh, okay. All right. Well, so I don't know. I think I might have lost her, but let's go back into this. The 3 of Pentacles is usually about lessons. It's about learning different areas of your life that, you know, that you need to better manage. It's about money management. It's about career advancement. It's about networking with people. Okay. But then you have the 4 of Pentacles. This is now someone who's got 4 Pentacles because he's got another one, and now he's afraid to lose it because he doesn't want to go back to the 2 of Pentacles phase where he's having to pay, you know, rob Peter and pay Paul. He now wants to make sure that he doesn't end up in this next one, because if he doesn't save his monies, he's going to end up in the 5 of Pentacles mode, which is kind of as it looks, as it appears. It's a very, oh gosh, you know, it's lack of money. It's lack of resources. You know, these people are stuck out in the cold, as you can tell. One's got crutches, but what they don't realize is that there's help. And if they ask for help, they'd be given a 6 of Pentacles, right? A 6 of Pentacles is a gift. A 6 of Pentacles is an offering. It's to get them out of this situation. And if you don't do this, you're going to go here. But if you don't learn how to juggle your money, you're going to end up here. But you can actually get yourself out of the situation just by asking for help. And that's a lot of it. Okay, but then you have the 6 of Pentacles, which is about gifts. It's about fairness. If you notice, he's, you know, giving out an equal amount of food to everybody, right? But then here you have 7 of Pentacles where, yeah, they've made their money, and now they're just watching it grow. They're being very very sentimental with their money. They're protecting it. They're taking care of it. They're helping it grow more. And it forces them to work even harder because guess what? It just paid off, right? And you see how these things go forward is because you get one. And a lot of times, you know, a 1 Pentacle is like, oh, I got a new job. But I still have to watch my money because I'm still trying to get out of the hole that I am because I lost my job in the first place, right? And you got 2 of Pentacles, which is you're juggling, trying to, rob Peter, pay Paul. And then 3, you're trying to learn how to manage your money. 4, you're trying to hold on to wherever you can to keep yourself out of the 5 of Pentacle mode because you're afraid of being without. Okay, but then in 6 is you finally made it. You're finally there. You're finally where you need to be in life so you can actually share your material wealth with other people. And then 7 is about keeping track of your money and watching the seeds that you planted previously grow into something that you've worked really hard for. And because of that, you're this kind of an ending, a 10 of Swords ending. A lot of people want to avoid that, so they work hard. Taking care of I think that just kind of might have buffered for you guys. It's about taking care of responsibilities. It's about taking care of your bills. It's about working towards your desire, which is to be abundant, to be, that this is a 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is about abundance. It's about having all you need and you're satisfied with what you got. And then 10 is a happy family, happy life. Or it could be a happy wife, happy life. Either way. But this is about a family who's abundant with love, with material wealth, with all their dreams coming true. Okay? So this really has to do, so always remember when you're dealing with these pentacles is that you're dealing with a lot of hardship in one area, and then you're in hardship in the beginning, the first 5 cards, and then the last 5 cards you start progressing to get better. And as long as you take care of things, you save your money, you take care of and you get yourself out of hardship, and you pay your bills, and you manage your money properly, and you work hard for it, you become abundant with life. Ultimately, that is exactly what Pentacles really is. All these cards start from a beginning to an ending. And as long as you take care of each lesson in life, you will succeed in life. And it's very important that you don't stay at this for too long, because you're only delaying what you deserve. Okay, so let's go ahead and hang on. We're going to go on to the court cards next, and then we'll do the major. Court cards. Okay, so kings are usually about men. Okay, men in general. Let's see. I'm just going to separate these just a bit so you can see them better. I don't know why, but I just want to sleep these days. I don't want to wake up half the time. All right, let's give me time. All right, it's going to go over the wands, right? So you got a page. A page is a child. Okay, it could be a teenager as well. But a page is someone who is not really mature. Could be someone who acts immature in career, or somebody who's new in a career, a novice, someone who's just beginning, someone who is still learning learning how to how most princes in a royal family pretty much learn from the king, or the king to be, and they learn the trade. They learn how to do certain things in life so they can actually attract better things. But in the meantime, a lot of times these pages are kind of immature, very kind of tends to make wrong decisions, or they don't really follow the known path. A lot of times pages will actually maybe they won't make it and they're here. Pages tend to get a lot of 5 of Wands. They're not really here yet because they're still learning the trade, right? So pages are children, and it could even be an adult who's acting like a child. Some adults just do not grow up. Um, I just heard something again. I'm always hearing things. The Knight of Wands is someone who's a little bit older. Knights are actually messages, but pages are messages, can be messages as well too. So don't ever, it could be almost anything. But knights are people. The Knight of Wands can also be the player card. When you get a Knight of Wands, this is someone. This is like a Don Juan Casanova kind of thing. Okay, this is someone who wants their cake and wants to eat it too. And my cat just literally just get over there, over there. No, over there. Go on. Go. Go. Stop it. Go. Sorry. She likes to be the center of attention. So Knight of Wands are message cards. Sometimes these Knight of Wands tend to come in without thinking things through. Okay, they start learning. They haven't. I mean, they've kind of passed the page stage, but they really haven't learned how to be adults just yet. So they tend to be a little bit more smooth with the words. They're smooth. They're Casanovas. Okay, it could be almost anything. They're players. It could be a male or a female. It doesn't matter. But it's also about messages coming in. Now, when you have a queen and king, this is people who are adults. These people have learned the lessons. They've learned all of these lessons. They have mastered this. They've learned how to drop the burden. They've learned how to attract abundance and opportunities. They've learned how to control their emotions. If you notice right here, right, it like lizards or geckos on their clothes. And I don't know if you can see this, but they all have, right, page, right? If you look here, the page has it here, the knight has it, and the king has it, right? They all have geckos. But the king also has the lions, okay, because they've mastered the art of their craft. They've learned their lessons. They are ready to progress to enlightenment. They're awoke. They've awakened to their sole purpose, and that's kind of what all these kings and queens are. Is these people have mastered all of the lessons that the minor arcana wands cards taught them. These people, they've mastered this, right? So by the time they get to the king and the queen, they've mastered it. They're done. All right, so let's go ahead and put this here for now. So that's about wands. Wands is about the opportunity. Wands is about, going after what you want. Okay. Now, once again, you always are going to have a page and a knight. Sometimes you have knaves, and then what was the other one? It just depends on what deck you get. Sometimes you get certain decks that are slightly different from this, but when you're dealing with a lesson on how to read tarot, you actually just learn, you learn from these and then you go from there. Because when you start seeing the symbols and you start understanding the purpose of them and where they apply, you're able to read almost any cards that you want. So it's always important to go off of these cards first because they always have the symbols for them. And I don't always read all of the symbols. I know some tarot readers do, but I'm not. I use a lot of my intuition. So the tarot cards are actually more for people who are. The tarot cards are more for the people we do readings for than it is for the tarot readers. I'm just going to be upfront because most tarot readers can actually read without the tarot cards. Okay. But we like them because we're able to show people stories as we're telling them about what's going on. So a lot of times we use their intuition. So that being said, Page of Swords is a juvenile. This is someone who isn't really in control of his emotions. He's not in control of his path. If you notice, he's here. The trees here are kind of bent back, windy, kind of not really. He's just kind of lightly holding that sword, not really firmly. He's not really standing his ground with things. And he's kind of just sitting there with a look on his face like, he's not really ready to take on the world just yet. And remember, swords is mental. So a lot of times when I see the Page of Swords, and other readers do too, we see it as somebody who's stalking. This is a stalking card. It can also be somebody who is seeking some sort of enlightenment or some sort of truth. Okay, this is someone who tends to go out of their way to look for things in life. And not every time you get a Page of Swords is stalking, but a lot of times it is. Okay. Knight of Swords is someone who is not going to wait anymore. This is a very forceful card. He is going after what he wants. He has made up his decision. He has realized how he stayed here and how he was hurting, and he stayed in this level of non-committal energy that he's deciding, you know what, I'm done with this, so I'm going to go after what I want. Right? This guy really isn't moving, but this guy is. He's going after what he wants. But then you have the Queen and King of Swords. Listen to me here. These people once again has succeeded. They have ended the cycle. They have ended the cycle of conflict. They stand firm. King of Swords, Queen of Swords are people who will cut you out if you don't do what they say or you don't respect their boundaries. They're going to cut you out regardless. They've weathered the These people do not put up with people's BS. These people know how to set firm boundaries, and they will protect their boundaries at all costs. They do not care. Okay? There, a lot of times, people who are affected by the sword, just usually it's air signs, tend to be very cut off with their emotions. Okay? And Geminis are really good about that. So let's go ahead and talk about the Pentacles next, okay? So the Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. This is someone who's still learning how to budget his money. He is here, okay? Most pages are at the first 5 cards. They're still learning the progression. They're still learning the areas in their life that need adjustment, okay? But then when you have but once again, Knight is someone who's kind of a teenager. This is a child teenager, right? This is someone he's kind of mastered some of the trials, but he's kind of still in the 4 and 5s of the soul, learning from his mistakes. Knight of Pentacles, when you see this card, this is someone who is definitely not going to go after what he wants quickly. This is a very opposite card of the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is someone who's charging forward. Knight of Pentacles is someone who just kind of holds back, takes his time, thinks through what he wants to do. They don't let pressure control them. They control the pressure. They've mastered the emotional aspect of going after what they want, because they know they have to put their ducks in a row before they go after. And he's going to make sure he has enough pentacle to go after what he wants. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is someone who's already mastered all of the Pentacle cards. 1 through 10. They have mastered it. They have gone through hardship, right? They've had to rob from Peter and pay Paul. They know how to network and how to control their finances. They've gone through all of this, and now they're here. This is when you start going into the Kings, right? This is more of the Knight, and then this is the King and Queen. They've mastered the level of that particular suit. Okay, so that's how that goes. Let's go ahead and do the cups. We're going to get into the major arcanas and go from there. Now, just remember, you guys, whenever you're getting readings from other tarot readers, they all read differently. We all read these cards different. We're all different, and that is okay. So always remember that if you're getting a reading from a tarot reader or you're watching one of these videos, don't upset them. Don't disrespect them by telling them that they're wrong. Okay? Just be careful with that, because we all read things differently, and we all get different takes on these cards because we're all different, and that's good, because that's what makes us unique. Always remember that. And just so you know, I love to watch tarot readers on YouTube. I subscribe to as many as I can because I like to watch them. All right? I actually enjoy it. It's better than TV. I will tell you that. And mostly because I really miss tarot, reading tarot during, like I used to back in the day. So, anyways, remember, Cups is about emotions, and this is someone, Page of Cups, who doesn't really have control over his emotions very well. He's looking at a cup, he's looking at a fish, but if you notice the water behind him is kind of, just choppy. He's not really facing his emotions. He's too busy looking at a fish than to really see what's bothering him. He'd rather pay attention to stuff that's not important than to actually go after his heart's desire, which is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the Don Juan of all cards. But this Nine of Cups is very serious about what they want. They will not take no for an answer. They will go after what they want. They will get it, and they are very methodical. They will not stand for someone to tell them no. And they have their emotions under control. They know what they want. They know how they feel, and they're not going to let anybody tell them otherwise. Okay, and once again, these two are learning these first 10 cards. They're learning the different aspects of it, right? Well, the Queen and King have mastered that. They've mastered their emotions. Now, the Queen of Cups is somebody who's been through hell. Queen of Cups has been through so much stuff that they keep their emotions bottled up, all right? No matter how scary things get around them, they do not let their emotions become known to anybody because they don't want people to know, so they bottle it up. All right. What have I asked you about this? Go over there. Sorry. No, not right now. Go on. I'm talking right now. Bridget, I'm not talking to you again. Sorry. The cat loves to lay on them. Anyway, so always when you see the Queen of Cups, it's somebody who's bottling up their emotions. They're not being very, they don't wear their emotions on their sleeve. They keep things hidden. All right. King of Cups is someone who is very emotional, not really obvious with how he feels. He has a lot of internal conflict. Okay, and that's because of the passion that he feels for a certain person or for a certain thing. All right. So that's kind of how so the suits are usually referring to certain people, and when you see these different signs, always remember water is water signs, right? Pentacles is earth signs, wands, fire signs, swords, earth signs. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Now here, I think I would have already done this, but I didn't because I am a slacker. And I like to put things off until it's past that. So bear with me as I put these in order real fast. And we'll go over the progression as we go through the whole. Yeah, that goes there. Trying to read these neural numbers sometimes gets kind of difficult, and you're trying to remember them because you learned them in school and you haven't really mastered them yet because you don't really use them in real life. Let's see, that goes to here. Here. Okay, that's 10. That's 9. 10. 11. Bear with me. I'm just moving this around. Oh. I'm literally a slacker at times. I don't think about things ahead of time. So let's talk about the first card, the Fool. The Fool is someone who is a risk taker. They don't care about the obstacles in their way. If you notice, this guy is at the cliff. He's about ready to fall off. He has a dog here as kind of a divine guide telling him, hey, be careful. Don't step anymore. You're going to fall off, right? This guy's oblivious to what's around him. He's like, he's just deciding he's going to walk and let the divine guide him. This is about new beginnings, new starts, a new idea. All right. Sometimes, the Fool applies to the aces. It's a new beginning of something. If you see A Fool with a pentacle, you know, it's new money coming in or a new opportunity, if it's even if it's with wands or something, right? So here is a Magician. So magicians, you know, they've already taken the risk and they're going to, um, you know, they have all they need. They have a figure 8 above them. They're going to manifest what they want, and they're usually the masters of law of attraction. So they attract exactly what they want. Now, each of these cards usually apply to a specific. Hang on, I know that I have that here. I'm not one that uses it, but um, it's something that you can actually use to figure out which sign needs applied to. And a lot of people use different ones, but this is one of the things I actually like to use. The Fool is from January 21st to February, and it applies to Aquarius, right? So this is an Aquarius card. Magician is a Gemini and a Virgo. High Priestess is a Cancer, okay? So High Priestess are cards of intuition, of, you know, knowing what you want. Sometimes it can also be somebody who has more than one partner interested in them. Somebody who is very, this is like an Empress, right? This is someone who's like an Empress, but yet she's very spiritual, okay? Very spiritual, set her way, knows her things, knows her light and her dark. Most of these, all of these major arcanas have already succeeded in fulfilling these roles. So now they are higher up. These people are actually higher up in the hierarchy. They tend to have already accomplished a lot of different areas in their lives. The Empress is someone that applies to Taurus and Libra. Okay, and an Empress is somebody who sets boundaries, very healthy boundaries, does not put up a shit. You get out of line and she's going to put you in line. Say one thing to her that she doesn't like, she'll cut you out. She's very much into the swords. If you notice here, she's got, you know, her little, her crown, right, with stars. She's got this female symbol at the bottom, and she's all about wealth and knowledge. Okay, this is someone who is just very set in her ways. Will not put up with shit. Do not cross an Empress. And you know, as a woman, you should always try to embrace the Empress side of things, because that's how you set healthy boundaries. And if someone tries to get out of line or you don't like, what's that? I just heard something outside, you guys, and that disturbed me. Gemini is who's Gemini? Gemini is the Magician. Geminis are really good. You know, they're very much their male version of the Empress. Hang on one second. It said there was a problem with the internet. But the Emperor is somebody who embodies the Empress attitude, but just kind of in a male version way. All right, he will not put up with your bullshit. Same way with the Empress. All right, he will stand his ground with you, and he will not back down. Okay. The Hierophant is usually more of a, if you notice, you know, two clergymen down here, embraces more of both sides of different things, of the male and the female. You know, this one, you know, it kind of goes along. See how he has blue here? This one has blue, but then she has these. I don't know if it's that watermelon or roses on her thing. But if you notice, he has the same thing on his. The Hierophant embodies both the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, and this is somebody who is the all-known. They know everything. It's about the divine. It could be me. It could definitely be marriage. Okay, because you notice it has both the male and female aspects of it. It's people tying the knot. It's about two people coming into union. The Lovers. The Lovers is ruled by, I believe, Gemini. Yeah, it's ruled by Gemini, and the Lovers card is definitely a soulmate card. The Lovers card deals with partnerships, whether romantic or professional. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be all romantic. It could definitely be a partnership situation. This is about the divine coming in and bringing two counterparts together to form a union, whether it's professional or it could be platonic. It could be also be romantic. Doesn't matter. You know, you have to kind of take these cards in with the other cards around, okay? Chariot. Chariot's about, you know, if you notice, all these cards deal with a love duality. There's always some sort of level where they have both male and female aspects to them. So it always, you can never really tell it's male and female. It's because that's pretty much what it is. It's male and female, applies to both. The Chariot is actually about movement. It's about taking steps forward. It's about progressing in one's. Hi. What's ADRJ? Got it. Okay. I'm happy for you, but I'm going to go back to the recording, okay? So the Chariot is So the Chariot is definitely about movement. It's about progressing in one's journey. It's somebody who is taking the yin and yang with them and they're going forward. Yes, I am. I'm just doing these classes live because it takes too long to try to download a video. But with the Chariot, it's about duality. It's about moving forward with both aspects of yourself, and you've accomplished certain things, or you're going after to accomplish certain things, and it usually always embodies all different areas. The Strength card is about Leo, I believe. Yeah, it's a Leo card, and if you notice, she's teaming a lion. She also has a figure 8 above her. You know, if you notice that not many of these cards have 8s above their heads, but the Magician and the Strength card always have that. And they tend to, you know, the Strength card is about having courage. It's about having courage, standing up to people, and to going after what you desire, and to allowing no one to affect your decision. So with that being said, so that's kind of a Strength card is just about having strength. It's about standing up for what you believe in and going after what you want. Now here you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, someone who's been through a lot of crap. They finally got off. Well, maybe.
can guarantee you that's not me. Because I'm just in my room watching stuff. I mean, I'm on YouTube, but that's not me posting.
It better not be, because that's the kind of thing you would post.
Post without like on your screen.
I don't you tell me.
Yeah.
So the Hermit card is about someone who goes within and tries to find the light. But what he doesn't see is because the light's in front of him, but he's got his eyes closed because he's actually too busy looking within. A lot of times people stay here. They don't want to go forward because they're afraid to allow the light to show the way. And so this guy's got the light trapped in this little lantern because it's right there in front of him, and he's not moving anywhere because he doesn't know which way to go. Hierophants are actually deep thinkers. And Hierophants. The Hermit card is deep thinkers, and the Hermit card applies to Virgo. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, that's a Sagittarius card. The Wheel of Fortune is about cycles. It's about lessons. It's about learning from your lessons. Sometimes you'll have good. It's about taking your good and your bad, and you're learning. You notice they have books here. Okay, it's definitely about school. Technically we are in school. When we're here living our life, we're here in school. That is our purpose. Okay, but you see here they have snakes. They have different things that might happen. Okay, and if this Wheel of Fortune ever turns, you can have a very negative mindset or a negative things happening to you until all of a sudden something turns around and you're given the ability to fight back or to go after what you want. And I don't see the 11 card here. Hang on, I'm missing a card here. Okay, which one? There it is. All right, Justice card. Justice card applies to Libras. Justice card is about fairness, but it's also about lawsuits or legal actions, contracts, different things that people have to face. It's about learning how to balance one's emotions. So he knows here he has to balance two scales while he's holding on to a very heavy sword. This is someone who's very much into his head. Remember, swords is mental thought. When you see swords and a card, this is someone who's got some sort of a mental fairness thing going on. They want to make something fair with someone. They want to bring justice to a situation. This is somebody who tends to fight for what's right, for what's fair. Okay? And it's also an action card. The Hangman rules Pisces. Okay, the Hangman is someone who sits in suspension, too busy, has this bright idea, but doesn't move anywhere. Doesn't really think of which way to go, but he's thinking about it, and he's sitting there thinking about long and hard about what he wants to do next, where he wants to go. Right? The Hangman is usually somebody at crossroads, someone who is not making the decisions they need to make because they're too busy sitting in their heads. So here they are, they're kind of hanging out on like a wand kind of contraction where they're just hanging from one foot. Okay, and deep thought. The Death card is about endings and beginnings. The Death card is not to be misunderstood as death. As tarot readers, you cannot predict death. Can I please have this space? Go on. That the Death card scare you. The Death card is about the ending of something and then a new. You notice here that this guy's coming back from possibly a war, and there's a lot of death around him, but there's also some life. And when something ended, right? A lot of times we feel like our whole bodies are just gone. We feel like our emotions are gone, and we're so emotionless. If you notice, you got two children here, and you've got the priest here, and they're trying to ask for assistance, and he's coming in, to provide it. But what people don't realize is he's actually got a skeleton because he's already dead. So the Death card is usually the death of a cycle, the death of a situation, the death of a rough patch in your life. but it's also a new beginning. Tower cards, people hate, they're scared of it. And I can understand why, because it's about fire, it's about destruction. But Tower cards also bring forth a new beginning. Tower cards often are blessings in disguise. Tower cards show up when people are not listening to their intuition, they're not listening to the spirit guides. Tower cards are ruled by Aries. Okay? And so when you're not listening to your spirit guides, we know this is red, 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 right? It's about a sudden shock. It's about getting some information that is a sudden shock about something. It's just something unexpected, something immediate. Sometimes Tower cards is about something new starting. Let's say someone gets a Tower card with an Ace of Pentacles. That tells me they're going to get immediate money. This money is going to come quickly. So Tower cards are not always negative. Tower cards are just a very quick moving action that happens. And sometimes it does cause a whirlwind in people's lives. Now, please understand, don't ever be afraid of them. Tower cards should be welcomed more than anything else, because Tower cards often takes us off the wrong path and puts us on the right path. So don't ever fear it. The Star card is about wishes. It's also ruled, I believe, by Aquarius. Yes, by Aquarius. And it's about balance. If you notice here, she's dumping water here and dumping here. She's a very emotionally balanced individual who is, pretty much set in their ways and abundant. And this is usually about somebody's dreams coming true. All right? And we love Star cards. Star cards are great. Temperance. Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. Temperance card is about balance. Okay? It's about learning how to balance one's emotions, about balancing one's environment. It's about, if I remember right, this is, I think this is Gabriel. This is Archangel Gabriel, if I remember right. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But I think this is Archangel Gabriel on the Temperance card. And it's about balancing your life out. And so when you see this and you see it coming in, it's actually a very positive thing, because after a Tower moment, a new beginning, a wish comes in, and now you're balancing your emotions, you're picking up the pieces, and you're learning. The Devil card is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorns, I keep saying that. The Devil card is about, it's definitely about soulmates. Okay, that is one of many different things. It's about addictions. It's about things we do that we shouldn't do, but that we know that's wrong, and we tie ourselves to it, and we feel guilty for it. It's about regret. It's about being regretful for our actions. So, it's about taking the wrong path or not taking the higher road when you should have. And once again, it's completely out of whack. 15. Oh, am I missing something here? 14. Oh, check this out. I did them out of order, you guys. I'm such a brat sometimes. I already did these out of order because I didn't notice it. So we're just going to do that. Here's the moon. Moon card. Moon card is about deception. It's about things being hidden. All right? It's about something being hidden from you. If you see, there's a lobster down here and 2 different colored dogs, 2 different sides, 2 towers, 2 of something. There's something being concealed. Okay? And some people say it's a positive card, others say it's deception. Sometimes it's also about things being revealed to you. Some truths. All right? But that's okay, because guess what? Now that you know the truth about something, you can find happiness, which is the Sun card. By the way, the Moon card is actually ruled by Pisces, if I didn't say that. The Sun card is ruled by Leo, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's about happy times. Happier times. You have finished all of your cycles, and you are now ready to start benefiting from the future fruits of your labor. You are now in a position to be happy with your life. And then here, the Judgment card, which is actually ruled by Scorpio, is about, exactly what it is. I think is that Raphael? Archangel Raphael here holding the horn. I could have those two mixed, by the way, so don't quote me on that. But he's somebody who's basically awakening people. This is someone who comes forward and awakens you. This is the awakening card. This is somebody who's already been through some very negative addictions, realizing they have to fix their problems. So they start working on themselves and start going after their plans, and they start illuminating certain things in their life that's a deception. Hey, Passion. I decided to do some tarot card reading sessions. And then you have the Sun card, because now you know the truth. And here comes my cat again. I've already asked you. This is the 4th time. You go over there right now and you wait your turn. No, go on. Bridget, go. Over there now. Bridget, stop being stubborn. Go over there. Oh, really? Awesome. I am so happy to hear that. Go on. Over there. No. Over here. What happened? What happened? Okay, while I'm waiting for you, I'm going to go ahead and finish this, okay? So the Judgment card is about a person awakening to yeah, see, perfect. I'm happy about that. Makes you feel better, right? I'm happy for you. Give him time. So the Judgment card is about awakening a person's spiritual side and about bringing forth an enlightenment, and that always happens after a Tower moment. It's after learning your things you hide from yourself. It's about understanding the good and the bad, the bad, and the ugly of yourselves. So the World card is about the ending of all of these trials. This is someone who has completed all of their lessons. You are done. You've completed the Pentacle lessons. You've completed the Wand lessons. You completed the Sword lessons. You completed the Cup lessons. So now, and all of these other lessons that you completed, because this always happens in the same time these other ones happen. So, and these always talk to these other cards. Sorry, Passion, I'm not ignoring you. I'm actually almost done with this one. And then I think I will, in a little bit, I'm going to come on and try to do some more readings. I was on earlier, but it was not many people were coming on. And so I'm not trying to ignore you. I just want to finish this one thing so I can go into my other videos I'm going to do to teach. I want to teach. I want to reach out to more people. Trying to help with spirituality stuff. So the World card is about somebody who has tamed their wild side and they're tamed everything. It's just someone who has finished all of these lessons. Thank you, Passion. So that's basically how you read the rarity. The Rider Waite tarot decks. Forgive me, I cannot speak for that. Nothing. And so I'm gonna do some more videos, and but this video is gonna be always on the web, on the sites, so that way everybody can watch this whenever you want. There is no time limit to this. You guys can watch it in any order that you want. It doesn't matter. Okay. But I want you to understand these tarot cards. So when, if you want to do your own tarot readings or that sort of thing, it can help you. But I'm also here to bring enlightenment to people, and that is my purpose. That is my sole purpose. And so we're going to keep going forward, and we're going to keep doing these lessons about learning how to bring enlightenment into your life, and about how to connect with the divine. And to also, I'll go over the different decks I have here, and we'll do lessons on all of them as well, so you guys can see which decks are out there and which ones you prefer, and how they all correspond with the Rider-Waite. All of these decks always apply to some sort of like a card in the Rider-Waite. Okay. So, anyways, the passion is still on. Okay. So, just so you know, I'm going to end this stream. I don't want to just end it without talking to you first. But I'll be on a little bit later. Kind of hungry. I haven't eaten today, so I'm gonna go get me something to eat real fast. I feel my sugar dropping right now. But anyways, I'll talk to you later, okay? All right. See ya.